Empress, the unruly one, Mimi from the couch, and today's guest we got DJ High C
Yes,
and
sir.
Wifey Ann. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, we great.
Doing good.
You doing good, baby?
Doing awesome. Thank
How
you for
y'all
asking.
doing? Y'all good?
Hey, we
Man,
good. We living.
Already.
oh top.
I'm
Oh.
talking about.
So, crash question. We ain't gonna start with the usual question that we normally do. We ain't gonna do the icebreaker. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not often that we get a married couple showing black love on the air. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's right.
the first question I actually want to ask is, how did y'all know that y'all were the one for each other?
We did and God did. You know what I'm saying? Like on the cool, like shoot, we was out of town and I was DJing and she was there on the girls trip. You know what I'm saying? She was on the girls trip, and on this girls trip, she had a homegirl over there. This dude was trying to talk to her, but she was cock blocking. And so when she was cock blocking, I just so happened to be walking by, and the dude that was trying to talk to her homegirl, she kept on hating on him. He grabbed my hand and grabbed hers. Said, "Here, talk to my cousin." You know what I'm saying? And then we touched hands, and then we've been holding hands ever since.
That boy
that's
said, man,
what's
she had a
up.
cheeseburger, and I was hungry, and we got the rapping, and that's how it happened.
We had the buy one, get one. I got the buy one.
I feel like there's always two sides to a story. So he gave us his perspective. What was your perspective?
Oh no. That's the whole
Same
story.
exact way?
Yeah.
I was I admit
And we wasn't even looking for it. I was done with love. She wasn't really looking for it either. So that's why I say it wasn't even us. It was just God did it.
Right.
Huh.
Our past relationships was terrible. Mine was. I'm let her speak for herself.
Yeah.
And shoot, yeah, terrible.
Oh, it was bad. Yeah.
Okay.
She said, oh,
He said, ain't even
you
had no
wouldn't
reason
have found me if
to
it
ask.
wasn't.
And so by it being terrible, that God put us into a place with each other. Where
Right.
now we don't do nothing without each other.
I can
You know what
dig
I'm
it. When did y'all get married?
Last year,
Yeah, I knew it wasn't too long ago. I've been following and watching the pictures.
Yeah.
Come
August
through.
18, 19.
Come on, now. My
Look,
birthday on the
he knew it. She
15th.
ain't even have to ask her.
I was
Like,
there in spirit, y'all ain't know me.
the new deal comes to late.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Already. Yeah.
That's nice. So what are some key things that when you did meet her, you find valuable in a wife? That most
Man, that she put me first. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, verbatim, but verbatimly that, she put me first. Like I'm her number one, you know, top of the list for her, and I do the same for her. So
Right.
I don't look out for myself. She look out for me, and I look out for her. So she ain't got to look out for herself.
Right.
So we just got each other back. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's
And,
up. I think most
and
people
just-
miss that too
yeah.
these
for
days.
real. You ain't got to come out looking like Jaheim when you put your woman first. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying?
know what I'm saying? And then,
We ain't gonna say Jaheim. He look like he going through it.
man, put that woman first. Yeah, but I would say this though, but at the beginning of our relationship, I used to tell her like I don't want to be in love. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to base our relationship off of being in love. And at the beginning, she was like, "What you mean by that?" You know what I'm saying? Like, cause and I say this all the time. If you love somebody, you just can't stop loving them tomorrow because you're mad at them or they did you wrong. If it's true love, you're gonna love them always. But that don't mean you want to be there.
Right.
I said I want to base our relationship off of making each other happy. You always want to be around somebody that you're happy with. And I said we ain't gonna worry about the love part, which she didn't understand, but she do now.
Right. I didn't understand that concept at all. What?
Yeah, so we just focused on making each other happy,
Right.
and then we love it.
So let me ask you, because I feel like a lot of people who are in the music industry, because of the foundation that you guys have, do you feel like that's what makes you feel more comfortable when he is traveling, DJing, and going all these different places that makes you not even have to worry
Right.
because of that understanding?
He gave me that assurance. It was like, you don't have to worry about anything or anybody because, I'm solely focused on you. And he would show me DMs and we would sit and we would laugh about it.
Right.
But he just gave me that assurance. It's like, you don't have anything to worry about because I only want you. So it got to a point where I would, at first I was like, girls want to come up and take pictures with him. And then it got to a point where Oh, you want a picture? Let me make sure I hit this angle for you
Right.
real quick.
Let me make sure I get
Yeah,
everything
exactly.
in.
So when you post your picture, you're gonna post a great picture. But he gave me that assurance, and I was like, I'll have no worries.
Okay. So what are some tips? Because I believe wholeheartedly in Black love, and I feel like it don't get the type of representation most of the time because we always see the struggling part of it. We never get to see the happiness of it. So just for the people that's out there that's either going through their phases or feeling like it's not out there, like what would you say given y'all past relationships and now what you found?
Not to be afraid to love each other and show each other's love. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or anybody else feels. As long as you show one another that you love each other, that's what I feel is a great key.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I would say that you have to protect your future. Things that you do now is going to affect you later on in the future. Like if I start out cussing you out, it's going to be effective to us in the future. So I never call her name. We don't argue. And like this is real life. It ain't nothing for show. Like we ain't never had an argument like that. I ain't never called out her name. I ain't never raised my voice. I ain't never put my hands on her. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not afraid to show that. You know, some dudes run around, and not to say nothing bad about them, but I learned a lesson where, you know, instead of trying to make my homeboy, you do more for your homeboy than you do for your girl. You know what I'm saying? Like they're being trying to press their homeboys more than
Get me
you know what I'm saying? So, and they'll put up my boy, my love, my niggas. You know what I'm saying? But I do that for my wife because that's who I love. At the end of the day, that's who I'm
Right.
going to go to sleep with.
That's
you know
who
what
you
I'm saying?
rocking
That's who I'm
with,
laying down
yeah.
with. So,
Exactly. At the end of the
and
day, I'm gonna be the one to ride
yeah.
for him. You know, everybody else will fall off.
For real.
So.
Yes.
One of your
You know what I'm
longest
saying?
partners
And
can
then,
take
and
you
then the
back
thing
in a
about it
heartbeat.
is, we're not just saying this because we on the show. This is for real life. It's not no act.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't come up here just to say this. This is what we
I
do
mean,
for
you
real.
can tell when people giving genuine answers because y'all too relaxed in these answers. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
how you know it's real. You can tell when somebody, you know.
That's real. So, you know.
So bringing it back to your DJing career, when did all of this come about? How long have you been DJing?
Wow. You gonna have to do the math for me. I've been DJing since 1994.
Hey,
Man.
man, I was in what grade?
Yeah. How old are you?
Great.
24.
Okay, so 26, 27 years.
Yeah. Dang, because I know I met you when they had the club right next door to here.
Yes. What's the name of it?
I don't know, but I know my
First
boy.
and Goal.
Yes. My boy Kane, he was hosting it. He was telling me to come through. He was like, "Yeah, man, I need you to meet yada yada me." And I was like, "All right, cool. I'll be there." And that's when before I even knew how to network.
Right.
So I was just like, that's how I remember you still drank. You were drinking
Budweiser
Budweiser.
was the thing.
He said, I know you drink a choice.
Like, let me tell you, like, so I can drink liquor all night long. I mix. I can drink Patron, Hennessy,
Right.
whatever like that. But you give me 2 Budweisers, I'm out of there. Can y'all still hear me on the mic?
Yeah.
I'm out of there. You feel me?
Oh man, he was like,
I'm
"Man, I
outta
can
there.
drink, but Budweiser,
Yeah, the Budweiser my thing.
man."
That's it for me.
As far as the field that you're in, what are some key things that you could give to people who are trying to learn how to network? Being in that club scene, is it kind of different?
I don't care about your skills. I don't care about, how good you is, how many people, whatever. It's just, you got to remain humble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And relationships, not just relationships, key relationships, good relationships. Because, some relationships can be bad. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm still able to last now because being humble and, your relationships, I work every night in the clubs. I took off tonight because, I don't want to work on Tuesdays no more. But, like, ever since 1997, I've been DJing almost every day of the year. Out of the whole year since 1997, I probably missed 20 to 30 days out the whole year not working. You know what I'm saying?
Is that including holidays?
Holidays, 2 double pay. 3-4 times a day. Saturdays, I'm 3 gigs.
Dang.
Sundays, I'm 4.
Come
Man,
on.
You know what I'm saying?
hey.
That's why you got to stay busy. I feel like with DJs, if you don't put yourself out there to keep the bookings, you're just going to be an idle DJ with a few hits that, okay, we might know who you are, but...
So I mean, and off of that, how did you come up with DJ Hot Seat, and when did you knew that this was gonna be what you wanted to do?
Well, me and my brother, my daddy, my daddy got some strong genes. And this nose of mine, you see that big nose? My daddy nose big, just like mine. You know, my brothers, you know, he walk in, he'd be like, man, they go High C, which he is the original High C. You know what I'm saying? They call me Lil High C.
Right.
We got the same initials. You know, his name Corey, mine's Craig. And so, you know, they were like, they go Lil High C. And then I went from DJ Craig to DJ High C.
Okay.
They would call me Lil High C, and then they just stuck with me. And then it became Go DJ High C when I created the Go DJs.
When did you create that? Because I know you had a Go DJ award
2006.
Yeah.
2006 is when we got us, you know, started up and got established.
Nice.
You
what
know,
I'm saying?
funny enough, so I'm always on the dance hall scene in African, so
Right.
I miss some of the DJs. But my best friend, which I'm pretty sure she can readily recognize the name, I was like, yo, I say, dude, everybody put Go DJ in front of their name. I say, or do you know who Go DJ Icy is? He said, are you being for real? Holly Grove.
Oh, yeah, Holly Grove. Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
That's
Holly
my best
Grove, what
friend.
up, man?
I was
Yeah.
like, he said,
Whoa,
bro,
now.
you got to come out of your shell.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's like, what have you been doing? I
Yeah.
was like, I've been
Holly
on the other
Grove.
side of the water.
Yeah.
And then I was pulling it up, and I was just like, that's crazy how you could be in the same circle, but miss some of the most
crazy.
important people.
It's crazy.
It's all about kind of expanding your horizon. So I've slowly been trying to do that. So for you, what's the most diverse crowd you've ever DJ'd?
Man. The most diverse.
Yeah, like,
Man, it had to be.
You had to put a thinking cap on.
Man,
for
no,
that.
I was.
yeah.
It's been a
have to
whole
reach,
bunch
like-
of. It's been a whole bunch of. It's been because it's been a lot. It's been a lot. You know what I'm saying? I done DJ'd a bunch of different diverse crowds, whether it be all white, you know, Mexicans,
Right.
you know, Hispanics, excuse me, you know, and the Jamaicans.
Have you ever had
Wagwan.
any? Come on, cause we out here.
Yeah. But it'd be more of my like out of town parties, you know, and like my New Year's gigs. Those be like real kind of diverse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But what's crazy is that the most diverse crowd, they love the hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can play the pump fish stuff, but then when you get to the hip hop,
The crowd turned.
regardless of whatever the race is you be.
Yeah,
They love that
you can
hip
feel
hop.
that beat.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
not going.
Yeah.
And speaking of important, I'm sorry,
No, you're good.
but speaking of important people, I just wanted to ask you this: how long have you been doing the pop-up shops?
We actually, that was just
Something that we just popped up.
For real?
popped up for
She
real.
said literally.
And went out there and made some money too. She made more money than me that night.
What? So what does your pop-up shop consist of?
I have a milk collections. Initially, I just started out with hats, but my husband said name it a milk collections because if you name it collections, you can add so many different things
Right.
to your collection. So I have hats, purses, duffel bags, and new to the list, shoes.
I mean, I saw some shoes down there, you know, as I've
I
been
got a
scrolling.
problem.
The crazy thing about it is I had to go to work that night. I like, hey, you want to go to the club and do a pop-up shop? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yeah. She started getting the stuff together. I went to work. She put the little booth up. I was like, hey, man, y'all got my wife in the building. Y'all can come support her. And shoot, she cleaned up.
Cause you know, women in the club, they gonna see something unique.
Make sure we get our little deals. I'll shop anywhere.
Yeah.
Man, listen.
It's just, I've been wanting this purse. She came up there and got that purse and was like, happy. You know, so.
I think that's nice in the sense of like when he's working, you know, you working as well. And
Yeah, I was
not
just about to
being
speak
the-
about that.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think that's another thing that's important that our generation or my generation doesn't really, you know, they try to push sex as a thing of currency, so females aren't really worried about trying to secure their own bag. And I think that's something that needs to be pushed a little bit more. That you can be in the club but make money while being in the
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Right, that if you're in there hosting, you know, or getting paid to come to the club instead of paying to be in the club.
Right.
And that's what I would prefer. And I don't understand why somebody wouldn't want to have their own instead of trying to use, you know, sex sales or make money off of having sex. Maybe because I'm a little old school, but it's always great to have, and I feel like it adds to our home to have my own instead of pressuring him like I need this or I want this.
Right.
We can combine what we have together and make it greater.
Yeah, because she quit her job on me, y'all.
No, wait, you told me I could quit.
Okay, she said correction. Like, I didn't just hold up and do this. We talked about this.
You know,
Yeah, you
that's
said I
crazy.
couldn't quit.
Yes,
Yes, I'm-
exactly.
Where did you work at before?
Well, I was in insurance adjuster, an agent, life insurance, health insurance, car adjusting. I had been doing that for a total of 11 years. And once I moved to Houston and I started working in the field again, it just didn't sit well with me. And then two, I kind of started to feel what my husband's doing, being an entrepreneur.
Right.
He was
It's
out,
like,
he
hold
was
on, let me
doing
get
this,
my
and he
own
was like,
hours.
I would love to be a part of this. And one day I was at work. As a matter of fact, it was June 2017.
Come on, that's when you know it's
I
real.
Love this.
Yes. It was June 2017, and it was right after my father-in-law
Oh, my daddy.
had passed. And I went back to
Condolences.
work, and it was like they weren't being considerate of my feelings. It was like, hey, you know what? You need to do this and do that. And I was like, good morning. How are you?
Right.
You know?
I did just come from this kind of leave. Like,
Exactly. And I called my husband. Well, at that time, he was my boyfriend.
Yeah.
comes through. Yes.
you
She's
do
like,
that.
let me put this in perspective.
I
Hold
called
on.
him at the time, and I was like, I used to call him Daddy. And I was like, Daddy, I'm having a tough day at work. And he was like, well, go ahead and quit. And I said, huh? What? I can quit? Are you for real? He was like,
Okay, because I will clock out right now.
man,
Like,
listen.
I would cuss out the manager.
Wait,
I can't leave. Okay.
I went right back to my desk. I emailed my supervisor a letter of resignation. And she was like, wait a minute, do you want to talk? I was like, no. I'm good. And I had already packed my stuff up, and I was walking down the stairs. Do you want to talk? And I was like, no, I'm
Nah.
good. Thank you.
Y'all trying to keep me.
Okay, because I think I would have found a speech. I would have
went
had
home.
one.
I went home. I went home to my daddy.
Hey,
And but
that's all.
what that led to was, she's a people's person. She liked to be around people. And so it led to her starting a first business, which is Photo Booths to Go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now she got a photo booth thing where they book her and they book me. You know what I'm saying? Like we just got
Come
to
on, it's
Dallas.
a 2-for-1.
Yes.
It
Yes.
does good. We have a setup in we have a storage in Atlanta where we keep our photo booths, and so when somebody book us, we do promotions in Atlanta. We did one for Megan Thee Stallion. We did what's the dude?
The Marcus
The
Cousins.
Marcus Cousins wedding. We done a bunch of weddings in Atlanta. So what happens is we go to Atlanta, and we fly down to Atlanta, get the U-Haul, and go pick our photo booth out the storage, and go do the wedding, go back to the hotel, take the photo booth back and all that, and then fly back to Houston.
I might need to
Okay,
get y'all into
so
it with my
moral
mom,
of the
'cause
story, if y'all not catching in, get you somebody you can hustle with.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, but you know
Okay.
what though? That's a lot of people don't understand that because I was really against that. I never did want to work with my girlfriend or
Yeah.
significant. I wanted the work to be at work and home to be
Right.
home. But
Separate the two.
working with her, she would always want to write my schedule out. Okay, you could do that. But then once I just relaxed and just let you know what I'm saying, then we get to it.
with y'all photo booth business, I might have to get y'all into it with my mom because she does weddings.
Yes, we want to work with her. We want to work with her.
So, but for that, because that's always been a talk, being an entrepreneur's girlfriend is way different than just being a regular girlfriend. So what are some things that you kind of came across that may have been a struggle, being with an entrepreneur?
Well, now what the struggle is, before, because I was working or I was not working, it was easy to keep up with his schedule and say, okay, hey, you fly out on the 18th, and you go here and be sure that his bags are packed and, he has all his necessities that he needs. And a couple of times I may have forgot a belt or something like that.
Maybe with my belt at.
But now it's even harder. Now it's the struggle because not only do I have his schedule, I have my schedule. And it was like, okay, are we both booked on this day or are you just booked on this day? Is this double book day or is it just a single day? You know, I was like, oh wait, and then our days could get crossed, and I'm like, I have an event this weekend, and in actuality, it's his event, and he's like, well, baby, why you didn't tell me? I was like, well, dang, I thought it was for me.
Right.
So that's where the struggle comes in now. But before being his girlfriend and just working and keeping up with the schedule, that was fine.
So do y'all both have scheduled books, or do y'all put all y'all plans in the phone?
It's in the phone. It's in the phone.
Oh, okay.
When
Yeah.
do you guys schedule in the not like bedtime,
But
just
like y'all
you
down,
guys
like you
schedule-
time.
Yeah.
This is it right here.
Like some nighttime when you
I'm
guys,
so happy in here
No,
with us
for
on the
real.
late
Like
night hype.
it ain't no. We do everything together,
Yeah.
so it's like this is intimate for us. This is living life for us. You know what I'm saying? Like this is it. You know what I'm saying? This is the life we done chose to live. So it ain't no. When I gave it up, we gave it up when we start working together.
Right.
So our intimate time, this is
It's
it.
being together, right?
You know what I'm saying?
what's
I can
the
dig that.
You feel what I'm saying?
overall
I
goal
respect
from-
that, for
from
real.
Where do you guys plan to be within the next 5 to 10 years? What's the
Man, shoot. I don't. Well, you know, I used to want to be rich, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I done paid a bunch of money, for real. You know, and I ain't just capping. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I done. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be rich no more. You know what I'm saying? Because rich runs out.
Okay.
What we focus on now is creating a stream of income that's residual. That's something like that's gonna for always come. If I can make $500 every day for the next 100 years, we good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're setting ourselves up to. We just bought some new property. We got brought two. We working on number 3. We bought a property in Somerville, which is 2 acres, and we putting like 10 homes on it. And we got another one in Kuntz, which is 6 acres. We putting like 25 on there. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, you know, we want to have it where we don't have to run the photo booth stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody else can run it. We can then set up a shop somewhere else. We don't have to want to be the one that's shipping out a meal collection. We want somebody else to do it. And, you know, and then that way we can put that $50 with that $50 and make 100 and repeat the cycle 7 days a week. And then that way we can be set for life. And then when we pass on, our kids can get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
creating a
That's
legacy.
You know what
what's
I'm
up.
saying?
That's how you build
So that goes
empire.
into what I was going to ask about next, which is what is this duck and
Duck and tuck.
property?
Duck and tuck.
Yeah. I
Well,
said duck and truck.
that to be honest, man, this is how we live life. For years, she was telling me, you know, she would go look out the window and be looking. I'd be like, something wrong with it. And I'd be like, hey, baby, what's wrong? She'd just be looking at the property next door, be this vacant property. And she'd be like, hey, baby, I want to get some land. And I'd be like, I'm not into that realtor getting some property
flipping it.
I don't want to do that.
I'm the realtor.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So she would always say that. And then I was like, okay, one day we'll do it. And then so for our anniversary, because we ain't been able to go on the honeymoon yet, y'all.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
We haven't been able to go to the honeymoon. We did a little cruise, but then we had got booked to do a photo booth in Atlanta for DeMarcus' cousin. We didn't go. But anyway, so
You ruined the honeymoon.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But we been sure getting that honey out the moon though.
We ain't too
Yeah, we
sleep.
get it out of
getting
there.
that.
You know what I'm saying? So, but we just did something to get away, and we went to Navasota to these little tiny homes,
Getaway home.
the getaway houses. You know, we stayed 2 days there, and the process of us staying there, we realized that all these things are booked up. Mm-hmm. And it was 46 on the property, and every last one of them was booked. Matter of fact, we booked the last day of that month, so all the rest of it was booked up. So that means 46 of them was booked up.
Right.
You know, for 30 days. And so we were like, matter of fact, I got a picture. I'm going to put it up and I'm going to let y'all see it. I'm going to keep talking, but I got the picture where it says, we're gonna build ours next.
Hey.
And here we are. We're in the process of building ours.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So
And that was August.
Yeah, that
so
was
think from
August.
August until we signed our first property in October, mid-October. So we said we're gonna do it. We go for it. We do it.
we don't wait to just say, wait, you know, we
Yeah,
we
go on,
just go
speak
ahead
it
and do
into
it.
Don't talk
existence.
about it.
So this
You gotta
was-
get at it.
Oh, that's
September.
what's up. That's a frame-worthy picture.
And then it says, trust me, we did it big in this little thing, building our own now.
Boy,
Yeah.
that boy got evidence. He got receipts. You don't believe it? Scroll down
Like,
his
you know,
Instagram.
like this is what it is, you know.
Right. With
So-
the
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say with the different business ventures that you guys are doing, do you foresee yourself to just keep DJing, or like is that
Oh,
something?
I'm always DJ. If I want to or not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I love to do that. When it start feeling like work, I don't like that. When it's
Yeah.
slow, I don't like that because I suck when there's nobody in the club. I don't know how to DJ like that. I don't get what I'm feeling. I don't get my drug.
Right.
That'd be some weak weed to me. You know, that'd be Reggie. You know what I'm saying?
You DJ at now?
Monday nights I'm at Bar 2200. On Tuesdays I was at Flavor, but I'm not there anymore. Wednesdays I do camp. Then I go to O2 Lounge. You see that?
Come through.
Yeah, I was there on Flavor. But
Come on now, I be at O2.
Then Thursdays
got some good wings.
they do.
This one.
Yeah, and then Thursdays I'm at Prospect Park. Yeah, Willowbrook, and then
Oh, you
Friday.
at Prospect Park?
Yeah. They send me out out there to the north side, you know what I'm saying? And then Fridays I do Bar 2200. Then I go to Seaside. And then on Saturdays I do weddings, and then I do Bar 2200. Then Sundays I do.
7 days. This
Oh
one.
no, for real.
He everywhere.
Real, I got a book at home where I can go back and show you I was booked every day and like calendars. You can see me. I was penciling in.
Every day of the week.
Yeah.
You still doing the radio?
I got furloughed. You know what I'm saying? But they trying to bring us back.
Right.
So on top of me doing all them clubs, I was still going up to the station DJing for 2 hours, then going to work. Yeah, man. Because you know the thing
Never
about it
too much
is,
food.
it don't feel like work to me because I love doing it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when the club pack, I don't care how much it is, I be like, man, I don't even want to go because it feel like work. You know?
Cause I remember they was saying y'all ain't people didn't want to go DJ. They ain't want to DJ because of the COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you were saying like a lot of like far as like younger DJs come in, 'cause they don't care, they'll DJ anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For the low.
What
You feel me?
Nah,
This
don't
is the
get me
James
started,
Brown of
'cause,
H-Time. You feel me?
far as far as DJing wise, far as what like you got certain DJs that original, some like the new wave. Like the new wave is like, you know, certain DJs they just come with the laptop and plug and play.
Right.
What you think about that? Like, far as people improvising and getting
Laptop versus tables.
DJ. Cause far as the game, it changed. Like far as like back in the day, like far video wise, like before everybody had cameras. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody got a camera.
Everybody got cameras now. Now back in the day, you really had to come with the crate, the music and stuff. But now you got these people that come and bring their laptop. They ain't got no turntables or none of that.
Yeah. Well, the turntable's been gone for a while. I ain't gonna lie.
You don't use turntables?
I don't use turntables no more.
What?
I mean, I got my board. You know, that's just the new wave of, you know,
Okay, yeah,
that's
now
just like, yeah, I got the board. I ain't just gonna, but but listen though, I'm gonna tell you a true story. Big Tho, he wanted to start DJing, and I gave him my box, my Serato box. Yeah, he DJ. That's one of his hustles. Yeah. So Big Tho wanted to DJ, and I gave him my box. I said, "Here, man, you can have my box, bro. You started DJing, right?" And so I had to only DJ on my computer, so I couldn't hook my system up no more because I gave my box to Tho. So I DJed for about a whole year just off my computer.
That's what my boy.
But so that lead me to this. You got some people that's gonna come in there and want to play on their computer that don't really have no skills. You're gonna hear the same song about 10 times because they don't know how to go back.
Right.
They don't know how to play recurrence, and so that's what separates the new wave from the old wave, if you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you can get in there and play all the new stuff like that, but then you got 4 hours. You gotta go dig up in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then what that does is that messes up the whole night.
Right.
You're not only hurting me because if I open up for somebody, I'm not finna play no hot songs because that mess up the party. At the end of the day, you gonna play it for that time, but you messing up the party because really you're supposed to hear the same song in the same night.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
Any
you can't
DJ
play the
listening.
song twice.
No, that's
No.
against the rule.
I learned that from
Man,
That's
and that
against
be
the rule.
making me
I
mad
learned
when
that
it's
from
more
my
than one
boy.
DJ.
It's too much music for that.
You heard one
So
set,
look,
like,
you
you
got
change
you
your
got,
lineup.
and this is what'll happen. You mess up the game and mess up the whole night. Cause if he played earlier, I'm not gonna play it again. So you're not gonna hear Dreams and Nightmare. If this dude that played Dreams and Nightmare at 11:30, I'm not really bringing it back. I'm gonna just go a whole nother route. But you messing up for not only me, but for yourself and for the club, because now the club part ain't packed or crunk no more.
And
You know what I'm saying?
One thing I tell people, the DJ is the life of the party.
It is.
It is.
They
True
keep, and one
conversation.
thing I got much respect for the DJs because like people just think their job is easy. You know what they really be doing? They be playing their music and they see the vibe of the club.
Yeah.
It might be that little section over there vibing. The DJ might tune into that section.
Yeah.
Now this section
No,
turned
yep,
up.
that's-
And it's
yeah.
a ripple effect.
It's a vibe. That's why I
It's a
say
vibe.
I can't DJ without a crowd. I sucks.
I ain't gonna lie.
I can't.
That. I learned
I'm
all
a crowd
that
DJ.
from
I can play music, yeah, but
So
You
want-
need
I
that
want-
energy.
want
You
DJ
need to
at
feed
an
off that
empty
vibe.
Energy,
Yeah.
Right.
You want
Yeah.
DJ at an empty club?
I don't
Even
want.
if you
I
get
will.
paid?
I mean, sometimes I stay home.
don't
You
be
can
about
ask
the
them.
money.
It ain't about
Yeah.
the money
Money.
because
See, he got a passion for it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So when it feel like that feel like work to me when I have to go there, and I'm wasting y'all time and my time because you're not finna get.
Yeah.
You're not finna get it. And some people like, man, I can rock it. I can rock it. I can go in there and do that, but
Who you
I don't-
talking to?
yeah,
Like it just
I can hold 5 people in the club. I can do that. But that ain't know what I want to do.
right. At this
I rather
point.
the same little money. I can go home and make me some videos and commercials for people to make the same amount of money at the crib
Exactly.
chilling.
So aside from the club, who DJs in the car? Who got the better playlist?
Sometimes we don't listen to music in the car.
Listen to music? Oh.
She said I got to
Y'all
take a
be-
break.
y'all
We already been.
conversation.
We talk.
What do you guys talk about? Like more throughout the day kind of thing? What y'all want to do next?
Yeah.
How do you guys' conversations go?
It's our day-to-day ventures. Like this morning, we were up at 5:30
Yeah, about
this morning, so that we could go out to our property because we had surveyors coming out. So we talked about that on the way there, and then once we left there, I mean, what we were able to see on the property.
Yeah, we talked
You know,
about
it's
that.
like, well, the property is larger than what we thought it was. You know, what we're gonna do next to the property, and then getting things in line and in order for us to start building on the property.
And I'm gonna tell you what I most of our words is, what you think? She asked me, well, what you think? What you think? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You know, we go back and forth like that.
Right.
So to be,
Is there a certain type of gig that if it just come your way, you just like, nah, I'm not doing that? Like it's just a hard no. Like
any type of gig, no, I ain't having really just.
What's the craziest thing that's ever happened at a gig?
have you ever left?
Oh yes,
That's the one.
oh,
You ever said, you know what, let me get you
several
yours,
times,
and-
several times.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, like you know, since I don't drink or smoke anymore, my tolerance level has really gone down. You know what I'm saying? So if I feel uncomfortable about something before anything crazy happen, I just be like, you know what, I'm finna just excuse myself and I'm gonna leave. You know
Which
what
is
I'm
smart with a lot of things going on nowadays. Like you don't want to be in the midst of a limelight, or it's easier for you to sense the vibe and the aura of the room. You know what I'm saying? Versus being inebriated and you got that inkling, but you're like, nah, I'm good. I can still stay.
Like the other day, I went to the club, and this is a true conversation. The bar, I was in a different car, rental car, because we were going out of town. The valet, they talked to me crazy in the front. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm the DJ. You don't remember me? No, I don't know you, because I'm not in the same car.
Right.
And then, so that kind of just, man, you can't park here. Go park over there. So I moved, park. And that just kind of disturbed me a little bit, because I got to go in the club. It's packed. I done fought through this whole line. So when I get up there, it's they got a wedding thing going on, and I have to turn the music up. They told me to turn it down, so I turned it down. And I turned it down some more. Then way down, and that, like, you know what? I just finna go into the house, because this ain't for me right now. I'm already out of there. I'm just going to leave and just go.
Not to mention, like, I feel like DJs are supposed to park at a certain area because y'all got equipment.
Yeah, we got to come
You know
in
what I'm
with
saying?
this.
So for you to park somewhere else, it's a very big inconvenience. And like I said, we're given what's going on around today. You don't want to have to watch over your shoulder just trying to put your stuff back in the car.
Exactly.
But then, too, on the other side, too, I got to be 50-50 with it. If I probably would have still been out here smoking on some or drinking, I probably would have been able to tolerate that. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest, you know what I'm saying?
Have you ever had to step in and just, like, hold, like, you had to, like, at this point, you didn't even want him to say nothing. Like, you had to step in. Have you ever had those scenarios?
There have been a couple of times, but it wasn't in the club. It wasn't in the club. Somebody would say something to be disrespectful, and he'd be like, what? And I'm like, okay, come on, husband. It's all right. Come on. Don't say nothing else. Come on, husband. Let's go. Enough. That's enough. Come on, husband. Let's go. But other than that, no. Maybe a couple of times.
See, what it sound like that, she's his lifeline to his sanity.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me?
She the truth.
If she ain't there, some shit might go down. Somebody might get knocked out, and it ain't going to be high C.
She cute.
You feel me?
You ain't gonna get the boot.
And did you get the boots? Did you see the shoes? You know?
Oh, man. Oh,
We got a pay
Gotta get the shoes, man.
from the hat with the spike.
my wonderful husband bought me these boots.
You won't see them on the collection because that's her style, but she got others for you.
Right. I do have others, not these.
So do you believe in the image, keeping up a certain image to maintain his appearance? Do you feel like that's really important? And I'm also asking because we got a lot of couples out here that don't.
You're not going to believe this one.
Initially, I was like, I got a husband. I gotta be sure, I'm straight, because I'm a reflection of you. So I gotta be sure that I'm straight. But now, he'll bust out the camera, and I have my bonnet on, my lashes, and it's to the point I'm like, forget it, I don't care.
Yeah.
It is what it is. My husband loves me the way that I am, and I'm like, okay, I'm cool. But if we go out somewhere, I'm like, okay, tonight I'm gonna dress it up a little bit, and at the same time, I feel like I do gotta keep it cute for my husband, but my husband this is my wife, and I love my wife, and the same thing with him.
What you just said, because you said you gotta keep it cute for your husband.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, regardless of how you know he feels about you, that it feels, not to say your duty, but you feel like you have to do something to keep him in that same limelight with you? Like, do you feel like you have to do little different stuff to keep him interested, keep his attention? You
know what? I'm gonna say my husband compliments me every day. Like, oh baby, this look cute on you. Oh baby, oh baby, your booty look. Anything. Like, oh baby,
and the hype, right?
Right. And I'm like, oh, thank you, husband. But that to me gives me even more motivation to say, man, I make sure I gotta keep it tight for my husband.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was like, thank you. And I was like, my husband compliments me. And I feed off of that, and I was like, okay, let me see what I'm gonna do today, And it be sometimes where he be gone, and before he come back home, I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I could put on these cute little shorts right here,
So if he walk in the door, he like, hey, I'm home.
Just come walk by real
And that's what makes me come home in between gigs. I got an hour. I'm finna come see baby.
I'm coming straight to the crib.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I just to add to that though, what you were just saying about like keep up with it, like. I be telling like you used to she want to put makeup on. I be like, baby, you ain't gotta even do all that. And then with the outfit, sometimes I be like, if you simple right here just like this, and we go out, she get more compliments on being more simple and her just genuinely her than more than just putting all that old finna do all that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
So,
the simplicity sometimes is more.
Right.
And then I'm gonna tell you like when I first met her. We was at the party or whatever. By this time, we was kicking it. We drinking in can on. We vibing. So, she smiled because at first she was smiling like this, like.
Okay.
Yes.
Trying to hide a gap in her mouth.
Hey, don't be ashamed. I used to try to hide my chip too till I got a fix. So I used to
be. I'm looking at the bling on the side. In case
So
diamond that's over there.
I told her to send me take a picture and send it to me. She took a picture and was like, like smiling like that. Like, nah, I don't want that picture. I want the one with the gap showing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and I told her, like, that was one of the most attractive things, I like about it. With that big old gap in her mind. That's why I gave. That's why. That's why I call her Gap Mouth Ann. That's her nickname. Look.
Boy said I had to pull it up.
Yes, that's
I got
dope.
footage.
Man.
Man, hold
Look,
up.
we had a little matching outfits on. Ooh, mushroom with the
So,
mushroom.
Killing it in the game.
What was the most exciting event out for you guys? Actually,
I'll say our wedding was like, man.
y'all did it up for the wedding.
Ooh.
They in there like Toby and Fats.
Man, listen.
Yeah.
You guys got married in
Yes,
Houston?
yes, we did.
Did you guys? So do you guys have a lot of family out here? What was this wedding like?
Well, my family is from Austin because I'm from Austin.
Okay.
Already, Austin, Texas,
Hey,
baby.
what you
512,
talking
what it
about?
do?
Yes,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shortstop
about?
already.
Best place, right?
Yes.
Ain't nothing like no shortstop, man. Listen,
Hey.
most of my family is in Austin.
Then you probably know my whole family because my last name is Rel, but we known everywhere throughout Austin.
Really, what part?
All over Austin.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay, well, listen, my brother has a barbershop, right there on the corner of Northeast Drive, right there by the Elks Club.
Yeah. I know exactly what that is.
Centurions, Woods.
Yeah. Over there on 2-3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my other brother has the Mobile One Lube Shop right there on the corner of Springdale and Loyola.
Still
Right
2-3.
there where the car wash is at.
That's
yes.
where that JT clothing store is now.
No. Across the street. Across the street. Right. You know what they
Yeah,
sell.
where the car wash
wings and the
is. Yeah.
gizzards. Right.
Yeah, I know about the gizzards. I know about in that same shopping center they got a JT clothing store now.
Right there on the corner.
Right.
Right there on the corner. Yes. Mobile One Loop.
Huh.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Come
Come on, family.
Hey, it is what it is. When you get Austinites together, man, we know everything in
Man,
Austin.
come on, man. That's what it is.
I just find it beautiful that y'all know exactly where it is. I couldn't tell.
Okay.
Nothing in Vegas. I feel like
point.
I was like, I think there's over there. I'm Googling everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Man, come on.
Hey, but
man.
Austin is small, but it's big. You know what I'm saying? So if you go to Austin, it's like 15. Before all, it got turned into what the tech mecca or whatever. It's just
Right.
Apple and all them are moving down there. Like it'll take you literally 10 to 15 minutes to get to either side of Austin. Now it's gonna take you about a good 30.
Right, because they're putting all the toll roads. But you know what? Let me tell you, I got lost going down 183 going south.
Dang.
Because they had the toll roads now, and I was like, wait a minute. Before I looked up, I was in Lubbock.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh, no, with Lockhart. I was in Lockhart. I was just driving. I was like, wait a minute.
This
I
don't look
missed my-
familiar.
I missed my exit
Don't look
to 71. It's crazy.
Man, I'm telling you, you can catch me circling the hood when I get bored in Austin. I'll be from 24 to 23 to Hall Pen
Ooh,
to
look.
Rosewood.
I was there, man. You know, a lot of it's changed.
I know. The gentrification is crazy.
Man, I know you
And
see
they
the
put
restaurant
the-
right on 12th Street.
Yeah. And they pushed the line of the east side back.
Right.
It made it more
exactly.
central Austin.
Exactly. And I was like, you know what? I think it's good. My bad.
I'm not I'm tripping on that.
But I do have a 2-part question for the both of you. How do you pick local artists to play during your sessions? And how do you pick items for your collection?
You want to go first?
You go ahead.
Oh, well, how do I pick whatever moves me? So if it's something I was like, oh, that's cute, I like that, or I'm gonna try this, or I'm gonna get these items right here.
Right.
If it moves me, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting this right here, and I'm like, oh, husband, what you think? He's like, well, you like it? Yes. Okay, get it.
Huh.
And that's how I choose it. If it moves me, I'm picking it up.
So what do you feel like what more items do you feel like you want to add to your collection? Is it
Shoes.
shoes? Oh.
Shoes, yeah, and more for the men because I haven't added too much.
Thank
for
you,
the
because I
men.
feel like every store in America caters to women. Men, we might have a small section.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like even if you go into Ross, we got a small section. You feel me? Women just got the whole store. It's like, dang, we matter too. You feel me?
Right.
You know how easy it is for a woman to find $10 pants and a man can't find $10 pants. I'm just
I ain't gonna lie. I got a spot in Dallas that I can go to get some $10 pants. Though.
man, you might have to hook a brother up because I
I'ma
got
let you know.
family in Dallas.
I'm gonna let you know where to go.
Off
They
the
be
air.
legit too.
Off the air.
Matter of fact,
I'm finna be salty. Don't show us that. If you're not gonna tell us where we got these wooden bow ties from, we're not sharing.
Oh,
this
yeah.
$10 spot.
Look, the bow tie, the wooden bow ties is for me. You feel me?
got
It's
I want a wooden bow
They
tie.
have wooden bow ties at Hex Tie.
a hex tie. See, look, she done gave you a little bit of the game, but I ain't gonna tell you where I get
the
mine
first
from.
time when I first came, this guy really had on.
Oh, we
wooden
got-
bow
okay,
tie. And
yeah.
I was like, "Is that a wooden bow tie?"
Yeah, that's live.
That's
Yeah.
live.
I want one. Like,
Mr. Banks likes to show up as the main attraction.
Yeah.
And I tell people every time I was doing an independent
got
film, that's
some
how I
shoes
met
that
him.
match
He
this
was
microphone.
dressed
I
like
ain't
better
forgot.
than the main character.
Shut the front door.
He had a scarf. He had the blazer. He had, the
Look.
shoes was lighting up.
Dapper
he had the
Dan.
hat,
You feel me?
Yes.
everything.
But I feel like since my name is Philip Banks, I gotta dress the part. You know what I'm saying? If I
Right.
don't come through dressing the part, regardless if I'm going out to show a house, do a show, music, whatever, then you're not getting the full Philip Banks. You're getting Phil. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you're not getting Philip Banks.
Gotcha.
Feel that.
Gotta walk around like you
Already
got that
feel
bank.
that. You feel
Yeah.
me? That's my hashtag, by the way. Feel that.
Feel that.
PHILLAT.
Oh,
you got the
I see
feel
what you
that.
got going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I like
So,
that.
Thank you.
When you first started DJing, were you more so an outgoing person to where it didn't bother you about the crowd, or were you like, did you have to get past like the large crowds, like?
Then we're going to backtrack to the question I asked.
Okay. When I first started, it didn't matter. It didn't matter why it was. I was just hungry. If it was backyard, shoot, in the house parties. You know, the house party where you dance so much on the wall, you leave your butt print on the wall.
Bruh. Like, I ain't going to leave this spot right here.
House party.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but the thing about it is, it wasn't about the, you know, because back then I was probably getting $50 a DJ that. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even about the money. It just did. I was just,
It was a passion.
you know, loving it. You know what I'm saying? But now I just, like, you know, I definitely don't want it to feel like work. You know, I was able to accept it back then, but now I'm like, man, I don't.
You got to pay what you weigh. You feel me?
I
Well,
didn't forget
you know.
about your question you asked, but it made me think about something. What's a dollar amount that somebody could say, I'm trying to book you for this? You be like, I'm not doing it. Don't come on now. Come on now. I feel like I had to ask, but
His whole facial expression is lean.
Hey,
This.
man.
I mean, because you have people that will try it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, there's no party too big and no party too small. You know, I mean, you know.
But don't be disrespectful.
Some respect on my
I
name.
mean, you know,
Right. I'll trill y'all.
it depends on what I'm doing. You know, the beautiful thing about it is, if you can't afford me, I have DJs that I can send to your
Look, I can
establishment.
bring some
You
of
know
my
what I'm saying?
others.
Yeah, you know
Got
what I'm
some
saying.
few in my
So,
pocket.
I got to go
you know, but
DJ
it's just
line.
that, you know, I
Right.
mean, I have to keep it at a certain standard. That way, other people can eat.
Mm-hmm.
If I drop my prices lower to $200 or something like that, $300 for way down there like that, then ain't nobody else gonna be able to eat.
Right.
Because they'll be like, okay, I can go get high C for it. Not just, shade on nobody
Mm-hmm.
else. Same with the other DJs too. If we drop our prices like that too low, then it just really messes up the food chain.
What about the
Exactly.
discount, the family discount? Do
Oh,
you
I've
ever
done-
have to
yeah.
struggle with those, or it's just like?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna show the family love. You know what I'm saying? I done did some freebies before. Yeah, still will do it today.
So how do you go about selecting artists for your or any local artists that want to come up and give you their music?
I used to have a platform where people can send me music and stuff like, but I just kind of left it alone. I lost the love for it because all the shucking and jive come with the music business. You know what I'm saying? So now I just deal with I reserve myself for those who deserve myself. My wife told me that.
Right.
She said, "Yeah,
That's me.
and I just been using it ever since because I really don't do the breaking records thing no more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I really don't do that anymore. I just kind of, shied away from it for a while to focus more on my beautiful wife and what we got going. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can dig that.
You know, but I artists I deal with now, if I see a young artist come up, I'm not saying I'm not dealing with everybody. I'll play your record, but I'm not finna be trying to break a record.
Right.
I done proven myself. I'll play a record, but me playing a record don't mean I'm breaking it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I see somebody that'll come to the club every week and be like, hey man, I got this new song. Like it's this dude I play his music. His name Rich. He comes to the club every Wednesday. Tomorrow he gonna be there, and I play a song in my set. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he ain't paid me nothing. He ain't gave me nothing, but he just let me know he hungry. So I'm always ready to help an artist like that. You know what I'm saying? And somebody that's up and coming. Cause I remember when I first played Pooney's song, he wasn't really just out there like that. I can remember playing there's such and such, such and such and such and such, and then look at him now.
So
You know
I
what
got
I'm
a
saying?
question.
I'm gonna have to start going out to the club more.
So my thing is this as a DJ, because, and I'm gonna say just because they're commercial, you'll play them songs with no hesitation.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the difference of now not wanting to play a local song? Like, because you get what I'm saying? Like, you already play those songs for free. They ain't got to reach
Right.
out to you to pay you or say, do this, do
Right.
that. But they still known, but then here it is somebody that's coming up and saying, here, play my song. Like, what's the difference between that?
I'm gonna tell you the difference. Same reason this dude I'm playing the songs, that's what keep me paid. If I play your song and his song, and then his song and his song, and the dance floor go empty, then you
Right.
gonna come pay me?
Right.
Because at the end of the night, I have to keep my dance floor going. That's what I'm there for, to keep the people happy. And if I start playing a whole bunch of people that don't nobody know, then they're not gonna book I see.
Right.
So why would I take a chance on Joe Blow that really don't fuck with me no way?
Right.
And to risk my job, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cause my job it's some other people's songs that I don't play. I don't play Lil Wayne all the time.
Right.
I don't play Jay-Z all the time.
Right.
I don't play Beyonce all the time. It's
Right.
according to the crowd.
Right.
If I'm at a place where they doing opening acts, I mean, you know, open mic, I can play all the brand new stuff.
Right,
But if
'cause
I'm
it
in the
don't matter,
club,
yeah.
they not there to hear Joe Blow.
Right.
And it's not my job to break a record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people think, oh, it's a DJ job they supposed to break records. No, that's not our
Right.
job.
Right.
Right.
That's
I'm
not the
supposed
DJ
to
job.
play what's
And
popping
that-
and how
and
the
then
crowd feel.
That's why I keep getting booked, because I'm playing what these people want to hear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's nowhere in the books that says I have to play a local person's record.
Exactly.
Right. I feel that because it was like one whole summer I was riding around with my boy DJ Snook.
Yeah.
He used to be on the throw.
Yeah.
I think he probably still is. And what got him started was he was playing local artists' music, but he always tagged himself as a celebrity DJ.
Yeah.
And doing that, he moved from Houston, I think, out to Detroit or Cali or whatnot, and now he's really playing these big parties. And it's like I said, he plays the music that people want to hear
Right.
versus the music that's like
Yeah.
he no longer have to play artist music for them to come out. They're gonna come out, period.
Right.
Right.
You know. But that also begs the question: how did you start? How and why did you start at the Go DJ line?
Well, I started to go DJs because my friend Reggie Ray and his mama just passed. Rest in peace to his mom.
Condolences.
You know what I'm saying? Blessings to his family. But Reggie Red used to be the person that brings me my crates. He used to carry my crates. I tell her the story. And when Serato came out, we stopped using turntables. You know what I'm saying? Remember y'all said the turntables. Serato came out, and so we went from from turntables to Serato. And he used to carry my crates, so he didn't have to carry the crates no more because we had nothing but a book bag. You know what I'm saying? So he went from the book bag to like, hey man, well, what you gonna do now? I said, well, you know what? You can start doing my booking. And matter of fact, we're gonna get some other DJs so you can book for them too. Instead of me paying you to get the credit, I'm gonna pay you to book me.
Right.
You get a percentage off my pay. You know what I'm saying? So and then he said, well, let's start the company. I said, okay. And I didn't even call it Go DJs. He the one called it that. You know what I'm saying? He said, well, what we gonna call it? He was like, we can call it the Go DJs. I said, all right, okay, boom. You know what I'm saying? And then it started from that. It was just for us to book DJs. It wasn't about breaking records, but we got so big. I had accounts with Atlantic, Capital, Universal, Rap-A-Lot, the So Def, all of them. I had 10 accounts. If you seen flyers up in Houston, posters, that was my company putting that up. I had all accounts, 10 of them. You know what I'm saying? So it went from that to it got so big. Now it's starting to breaking records, and I broke a bunch of records. Mm-hmm. So I done that part where I done played Joe Blow whoop blam blam blue. I'm
blam,
past
I'm
that
past
now.
that.
You know what I'm saying? And like I'm gonna do my part. I'm not saying I'm not playing on local artists, but when your time comes for me to play your record, then I'll play it.
Right.
But I'm not finna just step out there like that no more. You can't. I don't want your money. If you gonna be an artist, like you say, you got to be in the club. If you're a barber, you got to be in the barber. You got to be at the barber shop to cut hair.
Right.
If you're gonna be a singer, you got to be where the singers be in the studio. If you want to be a rapper and rap in Houston, you got to be out in the club where where the DJs play your music.
Indeed.
Yeah,
So as far as this COVID situation, because I know everybody in some shape or form is taking a hit. How did it affect both of y'all's business, and how did y'all find a way to elevate above that?
Well, I remember, like I told you, when COVID was going on, she was heading the household.
Huh?
You know, that helped us get a meal collections up and going like we wanted it. So when I was not working, she was bringing in the money.
And that's what I tell people.
She was making all the money.
If this COVID
So-
ain't help bring the hustler out of you,
better
you ain't
find
never had it in you.
something.
It was able to settle in. I was able to get certified creations up and going like I wanted. I wasn't DJing, but I was at home doing video commercials for people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she was over there. I was making video commercials for her. This brand new hat just came out, and you know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying. We looked at it at first like, man, it's messing up stuff, but it was a blessing.
Yes.
Right.
It was a reset button, and a lot of people ain't accepted to change, and it changed. Now we on a different plane. We're not going back into COVID like we was how we was the first time.
Right.
I feel that.
We came out different people.
Huh.
Right. Did you do anything virtually, like as far as DJing
Yes.
or?
Yes, I did. I set it up where we could do virtual parties. I did
I've
like a
been
couple
to a
of virtual
couple.
parties. You know what I'm saying? When people pay me,
Okay.
like I set it up where, it's their birthday party. They friends log in. I'm in there DJing for them. We also did a virtual concert with Lil Kiki and Paul Wall
Nice.
virtually.
Come on.
Nice.
For the H.
Hey, we do need to do a H-Town verse battle. You know what I'm saying? All these celebrities out here doing
It's time for a
verses.
new cipher.
Woo.
Put it out there.
Okay.
Hey,
Because I ain't gonna lie.
A new cipher.
I
Yes.
still hate the fact that they still beefing Zero and Trey, but they used to have them long songs that put everybody on that joint. Like, we need that back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
For real.
We
Song
speaking
be about
something
10 minutes
to
long.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
buddy.
See,
Right.
gather them and tell us when to pull up.
Gather them, please.
Right.
You know what's crazy that I used to, man, I'm proud of myself for bringing a lot of people together. A lot of stuff that I did back in the day is reflecting itself now. You know, as far as putting this artist with that artist, DJ XO doing a song with this person, and now this person, and it's just different little stuff. Not to be bragging on it, but I love to see it where it done flourished to. Now a lot of stuff I done had my hands in, people might not know about it that it's flourished now. And I'm happy about it. You know what I'm saying? So bringing the people together. This person never would have thought about doing a song with him, or
Right.
it's vice versa.
Do you
Like,
have
come look
some
at the
type
fruits
of
of my
like
labor.
catalog where if like somebody just wanted to check out like just the history of Mr. Icy? Do you have like something where they can see just
I got a couple of bios out there, but I don't think that's just telling everything about it. You know,
Is it? Are we ready for a documentary? Worthy?
I'm working on the movie.
Oh.
I mean, but out of respect, I had started working on a movie because I really want to get into the film industry, big. But I had started working on a movie, and then when I heard they was working on a DJ Screw movie, I just fell back. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
Out of
is that
respect.
series real?
Yeah.
You haven't seen? Because I keep seeing like the promo for it, but I haven't seen the actual series.
They did
I
they
think
did
they actually
yeah,
just-
it's real.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they doing a good job with it. So out of respect, I just said, okay, I'm gonna just fall back and chill, and my time will come later on. You know what I'm saying? Because Screw is like, there's like
He put H-Town on
Yeah.
the map.
You know what I'm saying?
Came from Smithville and did his thing out here.
Smithville, yeah.
Yeah.
So, as far as people trying to tap in to see if being an entrepreneur is something for them, sometimes it takes a while for people to find out what it is that they love to do. What would be some ideas that you, or if had a child, some ideas to kind of help them gather that money for them to decide what they might want to do or invest in or networking? What could be some small things that people can do?
First of all, I would just find out what you really love to do, You know what I'm saying? That way you can, be a part of it. You can live in it. You know what I'm saying? And to learn about the ins and outs of that business, YouTube will be your best friend. Learning how to become an entrepreneur, learning more about the business that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And taking that first step. Like how she quit her job, and then to just going into doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, me starting to go DJs. I didn't know it was going to turn out like this. Us going to get this property. We didn't know we was going to be able to get to this point where we closing on properties like that. Now I'm about to put stuff on there. So you gotta, sometimes it ain't always gonna take money. Sometimes it takes just the will to do it, because you got. My business partner told me this. He said, "Hasi," I said, "Man," I said, "Thank you for coming, being a partner with us, for us to make this happen so rapidly." He would say, "Man," I say, "but the money that I put into this is not worth your will."
Right.
He said, "Because I could have been done this. I didn't have the will to do it." He said, "You got the will to do it, so you got to have the will to go out and do it, regardless of whatever it is, if it's money or not involved."
This is
You know
true
what I'm
because when I first got my real estate license, I didn't have the will to actually get out there and
saying?
have people rent and buy houses and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It took not a long time, but it took a while for me to start getting the ball moving, for me to actually have the passion for it. Because
Right.
I told myself that if I'm going to work or do anything that involves my income,
Right,
they got to pay their way.
right,
I can't work a 9 to 5. I'm sorry.
right. And then the crazy thing about it is that ain't nobody telling us to get up at 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning. We doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
First thing she say, "Good morning." You can't talk to baby until you say good morning first.
What?
Oh no, I ain't no,
Say
I
something
can't
else,
no
like-
touching, no feeling, or nothing. First thing good morning, good morning.
Yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
Don't care if you got morning
Don't just
breath.
start talking. Don't just start
yeah,
talking
for
to
real.
me. Don't just.
Good morning.
I'll wait too.
And sometimes I
Good
won't say
morning.
it back.
Yes.
Have you ever? I'm sorry. Has there ever been a time somebody didn't say good morning and it's been just straight silent treatment?
No, she ain't gonna let that happen. She ain't gonna let that happen. If
You
I-
saw her face though. She was like,
she ain't let
what?
that happen. If it's good morning to nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
How
good
long
morning.
has
to
that
nothing.
lasted?
Every day.
Like, to what time was you finally like? Have you ever just like, he didn't say good morning
No,
and then
it
this
ain't.
just went?
Oh no.
No, every day.
Oh no. Yeah. I mean, and that's across the board. If I was at work or if it's with my kids, if I get up because I'm talking, hey, good morning, and they'll just look at me like. And I said, okay, that transfer energy works, right? So if you don't say nothing back to me, we're gonna have a bad day. Good morning, Mom. Okay, all right, going about our day.
You ain't too old to go pick a switch.
Yeah. Go get down, no. And the thing about it is, she's a very consistent woman, and that was very attractive to me. When I was working at the radio station, there would be times where I do my mixes. She was, for the first time we met to now, she's listened to every mix that I've done and typed it in. Every song I play, I like how you did that. Or the song every night, every song ain't missed. If I call, we got a no answer rule. No answer. So if I call, you got to answer the phone regardless, and vice versa. So every time I call it to be, "Hey, Daddy," you know what I'm saying? Not to say that she got to call me daddy, but just the gesture of her doing it. It never fails. Now, every time I call is, "Hey, husband." And sometimes I'll be in front of my friends like, man, my girl's so cold. My wife's so cold. Watch this. I call. I bet she say, "Hey, husband."
Put money on it.
Hey, husband. No.
You.
And it ain't nothing that I've told her to do. It's just,
That's the love that's there.
and that's, and I've been faithful to my wife.
Come on.
You see him with the ring on.
Y'all need
We got a YouTube channel too. Cool.
The Cool AC.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
The cool
I'm
AC.
the
Hey,
Cool AC show.
Yeah.
Big Toe
hey.
gave us that name. But look though,
Huh.
and I'm very proud of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell my people, like, I'm faithful to my wife, and I'm glad I am. Rob G is my life coach, right? And he broke it down to me like this. He said, "Hey, Hasi," he said, you being blessed like that. He said, let me tell you the girlfriend-boyfriend scenario. I said, what you mean? He said, okay, just imagine if your daughter had a boyfriend, was very respectful, went to school, had a good job, take care of your daughter, respectful to her, you know what I'm saying? And he needed $50,000 and money wasn't a problem to you. He said, if he needed $50,000, would you give it to him? I said, yeah, I'll give it to him. He said, okay. If she had a boyfriend that was smoking weed all the time, hanging out with the homies and sagging, not saying nothing wrong with that, just
Just the image, yeah.
and hitting on her, beating on her, and stuff like that. He said, would you give him that $50,000 if he asked for it? And I was like, hell no. He said, so just imagine, this is God's daughter. This is God's daughter you taking care of, and that's why he's blessing you with going to get these properties or going over to do this, because you're taking care of his blessing, his daughter.
Come on, I feel that whole.
You know what I'm saying? So
that made my soul move. I had to look at the screen and just make sure I was really here.
and that's how I felt when he told me that, and it was just real. Like, you know, just think about that. Like, that's God's daughter. Like, how you gonna disrespect? You said you was gonna take care of her from thinking this is with health, and you know, and I made a promise about it.
Right.
So as far as you guys being obviously in the older generation, I think us younger generation doesn't really listen to our instincts. How do you guys filter out the negative people or people that do try to take advantage of you? What are some things that you guys see that help you guys?
You know what? I think we have a great discernment, and we can kind of tell. I mean, from the get go, you know, you can read people, their body language, or you can just tell. You know, just by looking at them. You know, you're not right. You know, and then what else I learned, and somebody even said it this weekend. You know, you don't let weeds grow in your yard. So if you don't let those weeds grow in your yard, guess what? You don't even have to worry about it. Don't even worry about it. And so that's what we do. You know, we see people and we talk about.
Yeah,
I mean,
all that.
we
It's
talk
good
about
or bad?
yeah,
We
good
gonna
or
talk
bad.
about it.
We talk about it. It was like, what you think? What you think?
Yeah.
You know, and we give out what we think about, you know, the situation or that person or whatever it may be, and we move forward from there.
So, question, like when it comes to those deep conversations, because it can't always be a good conversation. For the times when you guys are like having a conversation where y'all don't agree, how do y'all end up coming to the middle line or like finding the silver lining in whatever it is that y'all don't see eye to eye on?
I don't think we disagree.
I
mean, like,
we
like
can
that.
agree to disagree. We debate about things, but we don't argue about it. And it's like, okay,
but I can't even remember if we had a disagreement about
no,
something.
I don't remember us having a
Like,
disagreement.
I just, you know, I mean, I know some people might think, hey, man, y'all just making this up, man. It ain't. I don't. I can't remember. If it was, I didn't have no reason not to tell y'all. But I can't remember nothing we have disagreed on.
Is it the honesty? That's why it's really hard to, because of how real, like upfront you guys are with each other. That you feel like it's no gray area to.
Right.
I mean, that's a big part.
Right. And I feel like that's the best thing, you know, to be open and honest with each other, because otherwise, you know, if you don't say what you feel and what's on your mind, you know, you'll have that growing animosity inside of you. So then when you finally blow up, you be like, you know what, and I can't stand this. You know, you make me
You
sick
start
about
bringing
this.
up other stuff.
Exactly.
Now you got a long list
Like,
of
nigga,
things.
that's
That's
our
not what we
shit,
talking
nigga.
about. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Why you bring that up?
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't think I can't. When the last time we disagreed about something?
I can't remember us disagreeing about.
Like the energy y'all give me, it's like the fact that y'all work so much together. It's no
You
disagreements.
don't
It's
even need to say anything. I feel like it's just a look for y'all.
like, man, I'm about to go pick these up, baby, and she give you that look like, you know what? I don't need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
That's it. It's like, yeah, you know what, dog? It's okay.
So
Yeah.
to help the gentleman out there get a queen as well, what did you do to sweep her off her feet?
Like, man, well, I'm DJ Hot C.
sound real Charlie Brownish right now.
I don't know what I did to sweep out. I just think I was just, you know, I mean, at the beginning, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I was not trying to, you know,
Get in a
No. You know what I'm saying? So like at the first stages of, she quit her job and moved to Houston like a month after we met. Dropped everything and moved to Houston. And I'm like, man, this girl I'm losing.
Ain't nothing in
So
Austin.
at this
Ain't
time,
nothing in
like,
Austin.
at this time, I wasn't at the point of trying to be too close. And she was coming on like,
I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
That-
coming
so-
for
That's
you.
an Austin
And
woman
then,
right there.
It was a point where like, can I come over there? And I'd be like, nah, I'm chilling. And then it wasn't even about another chick or nothing like that. I'd be like, nah, I'm good. I'm just chilling. She'd be like, well, okay, I'm chill. All right. So she'll stay downstairs and wait all day until she'll call back hours later, like, you want some company now? And she didn't know I could see her sitting over there at the parking lot waiting for me to be like, okay, come over. I like, come over. So her buddy be over there sitting there and she'll wait for like 20 minutes before she pull over. So she used to do
Like,
stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
What's your zodiac?
I'm a Gemini.
And I'm a Leo.
That's my mama.
So like, but then it went from I would put a wall up. Okay, she getting too close, and I back up. I put a wall up, and she be done jump that wall.
Shoot, I was good at the obstacle course in school.
I got stairs, walls, 5
You know
hoops.
what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then what I realized, the thing that I was needing in a woman was right before me, and I almost missed it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As many times she almost thought about going back to Austin because I was like, well, you know
So
what I'm saying?
what did it for you? Like, what made you feel in your heart like, no, I gotta pursue this? Because for women, it's like a key factor. It's something that finally resonates. That's like, ding, ding, ding. No, this it right here.
It was day one. Day one when we met. To me, at that time, I was like beat down so bad about my gap that I was thinking about getting my gap closed. And so when he said, "Is that a gap in your mouth?" And I was like,
The one thing I'm conscious about, you
Yeah.
gonna call me the
Yeah.
forefront about
yes,
it?
yes.
Yeah.
And then when he asked me to send him a picture, and I sent him a picture like, he was like, "No, I want to see that gap," and I was like, "Oh, he likes my gap." And I was like, yes. And I was like, you know what? And I said, okay. And after talking with him that night, I mean, we stayed up hours and talk. This is what it was. We went to a Waffle House. I had met some other people that night. And so I was with my friend, and she was with the guy. And so he took us to a Waffle House on the other side of town. We were in New Orleans, so he took us on the other. And he was like, "What you doing? The Waffle House way over there." And I was like, "Well, that's what he brought us to." And I was like, "Well, you got 15 minutes. It's if you come, it's cool. If you don't, it's okay." It was another guy that I had met. He stayed 5 minutes down the street. He was like, "Oh, I'm tired. I'm asleep." Here he comes through the door. And the dude was like, "That ninja came and found that girl." And he was like, "What's up, 97.9?" And I just thought it was just a t-shirt he had on. "What's up, 97.9?" And I was like, oh my God, he came? He came all the way across town? And we talked until the sun came up.
Yeah, those.
He went back to his room. I went back to my room.
Though, aren't those so intimate? That's
yes.
so much more better than sex.
I mean, I'm telling you. And he told me, and I felt like at that moment when we talked, I felt like he was broken and I was broken and we both needed to be fixed. And I looked, I was like, man, I said, God, is this it?
Ancestors, are you
Is
blessing
this
me
it?
right now?
Right. Is this it?
Should I need an
And
offering?
so it was a girls' weekend, but it was a
found your
wholesome
love
it was a
for your
wholesome
life.
girls' weekend because
Come
I
on.
was with my mom.
Huh.
Yeah, so he was like, "I'm finna come back to your room." I was like, "No, you can't come back over here." And so we went and we met in front of the Superdome. I was gonna say Astrodome, Superdome, and we talked for. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Y'all look goofy.
And we talked for some more hours, and I was like, "Oh my God." So, but he was in a situation at that time, and I was like, I ain't playing second to nobody and all that stuff. But at the same time, I was like, I have been talking about moving to Houston. I have been talking about it. And I was like, okay. I went to work within a month of meeting him. I went to work, went a little early that morning, and I typed up my letter of resignation.
Fuck
And I
this
took it.
shit,
I
I'm
took
out.
it in. I took it into the gym, and she was like, "Amy," she's like, "Is something wrong?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Do you have another job somewhere?" And I was like, "No." She said, "What are you gonna do?" And I was like, "I'm moving to Houston." And that was it for me. And so in my pursuit, and I just kept saying, when he would put up those walls, and I'd be like, "God, is this it? God, is this it?" And to me, he kept saying, "This is what you asked for. This is what you prayed for. I never said it was gonna be easy,
Right.
but this is what I have right here in front of you. What you gonna do?"
Dig.
I think the beautiful thing about tonight's show is you get a different perspective because, again, you guys are down to earth. People can look at this and say, oh, they look like me. But it's one of those things that our egos are so high these days that we feel like we don't want to do the work.
Right.
And women can be way too entitled that they feel like it's why must I feel like that? Why must I chase the cat? No, it's sometimes you really got to come off of that high horse because you will miss your man
Let me
thinking
tell
that
you
you're trying to
something.
hold your hand
Let me
out.
tell you something. Watch this, though. You know them times that she would call me after I realized what I had before me. It would be times where she would call me like, "Hey, want to come in?" I'd be like, "No, I'm good." "Oh, you want to go eat lunch?" "No, I'm good." Woo, woo. Now, after a while, I was like, "Hey, where you at? You coming?"
Okay, because look,
Yeah,
like he
so-
was. We going to get some meat or what we finna do?
Yeah, like, where you at? Like, hey, you coming? You know what I'm saying?
So,
it just-
So given the fact that y'all are married now, you know what I'm saying? Kudos to that.
yeah.
Thank
How important is like space? Like, do y'all still need personal space every now and then, or is that not even a
You need some space.
I don't know. You just
Friends, I swear to God.
hey,
What are some of the
Yeah.
favorite things that you guys? I know that you work a lot, and then you guys are both entrepreneurs. What are some things that you guys do like to do on a day off that you guys have?
catch up on some sleep.
Say the basic stuff.
right, for real.
That ride home be good. I like that ride home, talking on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
You guys like a favorite dinner, favorite restaurant you guys like to go to, or movie night?
We like watching YouTube.
For real. We
Yeah,
don't
it's
like
like
watch.
YouTube.
We don't watch
Yeah,
regular
Yeah,
television.
we watch YouTube.
We'll find some stuff
You know what
on
I'm saying?
YouTube.
You know. And then we just so indulged in just what we do every day. As far as, doing her hat thing, or I'll be helping her do something, or she'll be helping me do something. So
Each
like,
one teach one.
Right.
So I don't
Right.
think it's just no favorite like downtime or besides work. We love doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I might have to purchase one of these hats if you
Yeah.
got something for the men. You feel me?
Because I'm here for this spike on the side.
You feel me?
You got a whole wall collection of hats.
Wow.
Oh, when you say that for Dan, hey, I'm that man. You
Come
feel
on,
me?
man.
And you gonna find me in DJ High C's club. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Hey, I wanna add to what she was saying earlier too, though. She had no idea who I was. I had just got through opening up for Kid Capri. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
And so I was able to take her back there. I never did say, because I just feel like it's so lame for niggas to be like, "You don't know who I am?"
No,
Like,
I
I
don't.
never did the Go DJ IC thing. Like, she didn't know who I was until her cousin came over and was like,
That shit,
"Girl,
my
do you
story.
know who that is?"
Yeah.
And then she kind of,
Jackpot.
and that's when she kind of like started to realize, so you was the dude, you was this, and So and then, so I just like the fact that she was down to earth, and we didn't meet each other on such of a high level.
Right.
We met here and we build together. You know what I'm saying?
I met
You know,
Craig.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like if I got $75 and we need to get to 100, she gonna bring the 25.
Oh,
and
really?
if I got $1 and she gonna have the 99 to get to 100. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's beautiful. And like I said, I got to keep reiterating this. Like, people need to see more of this, because if you really think about it, it's deeper than just her and I. It goes back to our childhoods. You know what I'm saying? Like I told my people this earlier, that just imagine if mom and daddy ain't together, whomever mom and daddy with, it could be stepmom or stepdad or whatever, but they need to see the love of it.
Right.
And let us know it's okay to love one another. Because nowadays, people feel like love is bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to love somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like, and this is for both of you guys, can chime in on whoever wants to answer, but do you feel like it is a must for you to address your childhood issues before you feel like you can join yourself with somebody? Because, you know, people have daddy issues. Some people don't know what real love is. They know what struggle love is.
Or
Do you
been
feel
through some
like
trauma.
you should come to terms with that before bringing that on somebody?
Or at least realize, what the issue is, and try your best not to bring that into your relationship. Like, my parents argued and fought. And I was like, I don't want to be that way when I get into a relationship. And then I did get into a relationship and we argued and we fought. And so after that relationship, I was like, that's so draining. I don't want to be in that space. And I remember telling myself as a little girl, I'm not going to be in a relationship like that. So when we got together, we're not in that space.
Do you feel like it's like a weight off for your shoulders in a sense?
Absolutely, yeah, yes. Because if it does feel light. It feels like, we can go through our relationship and it does feel easy breezy. Easy like Sunday morning. Because of the fact that we don't have those qualms and we're not arguing, we're fighting and fussing with each other. And that's because that's something I seen in my childhood that I didn't want to bring into my relationship. And so that's what we have.
When it comes to like just certain things, because at the end of the day, you're still yourself, you're still who you are. If there's something that you feel he's lacking or you feel that she's lacking, even if it's something negative, are you upfront about it, or do you feel like that's something you just...
We asked each other too.
Yeah.
You know, hey, you still happy with me?
Yeah.
Do I need to change anything?
Right.
Y'all better listen to this.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah.
In real life, though.
Get together.
In real life, though. This ain't for the ground.
Right. This in real life.
It's real, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why I'm even shouting it out
for
like
real.
that, because again, just the different stuff. That's why I don't watch no reality TV. I don't even keep up what's in the media. Like if it's really not about the business that I'm keeping
We
out
was
on.
on reality TV.
When was this?
We was on the Oprah Winfrey Show.
Family or Fiance. But it was on the Oprah Winfrey Network. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like
We talking about
That's the O network. Everybody don't get on the O
Tell you.
network.
But I'm gonna tell you, they made an exception. We have the only unique show that it wasn't no beef between us.
Right.
They made an exception just to get us on the show.
And I feel
Everybody
like that's
else,
what
because they
people
were
need
like,
to see.
y'all not arguing. Y'all having their collar,
Right.
hey, so y'all get into the close to the show. So y'all tell me y'all ain't had no argument at
right.
all.
Y'all been at
Y'all-
home with each other during the pandemic and nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Y'all
But
ain't
it's
did nothing.
what's needed, 'cause
we
you
was
just-
telling them, and we told them if we got to do that, act it out or anything, that we don't want to do it.
Come
and that's
on.
real.
Because that's what everybody wants to see.
disingenuine.
That's
Right.
Right. Exactly.
And it's like, why do you want to entertain that? Why is that the forefront to make it seem like that's all black relationships?
Exactly.
Right,
And
that's
then
why I
that's what
said-
people see, and they're gonna believe what they see on TV.
Right,
Well,
that's
they did this, and yeah, see, they will see. I knew something was wrong. No, we don't want to put that portrayal out there of us because that's not really who we are.
Yeah.
That's why I never watched none of them love and hip hop.
I can't do
like
it.
that.
I'm not doing it. I can't take them
She's like,
people
"Look,
serious.
man,
I get way
hell
too
nah."
angry watching that.
Right.
On the hard days, what do you guys do to keep yourself going? Is it
His
you guys
frown
talk
was
to
like
yourself?
hard days.
Some days aren't always the best, or there may be a death in the family, or maybe this project that you want to do wasn't going the way you wanted it to. What are some things that you
We
guys
had a day like that the other day. Definitely. When dude ran across the other people's property,
Oh God.
I had a bad day. You know what I'm saying? But we just worked through it.
Yeah.
know what I'm
pray
saying?
on it, or
Like, babe, you want to go eat something?
I let him handle it. Usually I would like, the one want to go and say, hey, I'm sorry, that this happened. We want to do this. I was in a funk, and I was like, I don't even want to look at this person. I don't want to talk to this person, and I just walked off. and I let my husband handle it. And I was surprised at the way that he handled it, because he handled it in the way that I would normally handle a situation. And I was like, I'm proud of you, husband, you know. But boy,
You helped him to that part.
But you know,
stressful.
we ain't saying there don't be tough days, but not between her and I. We go through tough days. It ain't just always, you know, crazy. We go through stuff, but guess what? We go through it together. We learn from it. Then we try our best to not to let it happen again. You know what I'm saying? So
it just sounds like for you guys, when things do happen, you guys look for what do we do next versus this.
And don't let it happen no more.
Right.
Like, how can we avoid from?
Right.
You know, and that's what got us getting up at 6 o'clock, going to our other property to make sure we don't go outside the boundaries no more.
Right.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like a learning process. So even when you lose, you learn, so you still win.
If you
I
weren't
rock
DJing,
with that.
what would you be doing?
Making movies.
What's your all-time favorite movie?
If you need an actor, I'm right here.
You someone
Oh man, I got a couple of favorite movies. Boys to Me. Boys in the Hood was a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
Come on, John Singleton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rest in
I like that, just the whole concept of that movie. You know what I'm saying? I like the Will Smith movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like the fact that he go back and get, you know, people to put him on, you know, people that helped his career, like Biz Marquis. Remember Biz Marquis was in one of them. You know, Biz Marquis is the one that, you know, helped him play that record, that Summertime record. So Biz the one was breaking that record back in the day.
Yeah.
So now here you coming back getting Biz, you're getting the movie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Black. Yeah.
And think about this too. You know, look how he went and got DJ Khaled to play that part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So let me ask you, since you're saying Boys in the Hood is one of your favorite movies, I seen a meme the other day, and they was saying how in Boys in the Hood that Doughboy was the one who was portrayed as the villain when really it was his mama. And so my perspective that I took from that, the reason why I agreed with it, because they made Doughboy, in a sense, seem like he was the bad brother, Ricky was the good brother,
Right.
but really the mama was she was entertaining it.
Right.
You never really, just because Ricky was the good one and he was for the streets, you really was with the street shit, but you left him in that limelight just because he didn't want to play sports. And then it's like, for him being shot, you really took that out. Like,
Right.
I feel like that was kind of like an underlying message that we kind of missed
Nah,
all
yeah,
this
I'm
while,
about to go back and watch that.
because it's like really
Yeah.
pay attention
Because
to the
she
mama's
showed
role.
You're right. She showed favoritism over the sons. She picked this one over this one, and so this one fell.
Like, you
Those
didn't
ones
even
fell
love
like-
him. Like, and
Exactly.
you could tell he felt unloved, because
Right.
it was just like,
What
when
you hit me for?
like, it's like, what you mad at me for? Like,
Right.
at this point, this my brother just as much as this your son. But it's
Right.
like, I feel like that's the kind of that battered, broken women syndrome amongst black women, where we try to, because you could almost tell they had almost like different daddies. So
Right.
it's almost like you
Right.
don't know if it was resentment from his daddy for
Right.
the reason why she
It
didn't
can be
break.
that way too.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to
That
point.
really exists.
I never really paid attention to that.
Me neither. I'm about to go watch that.
Go watch Boys in the Hood. We got a new lesson now.
Right.
A lot of the old school black movies, there's more than one deep message versus now.
Yes, there were several in that movie.
Spike
Yeah,
Lee,
the
John
message.
Singleton was
Yeah.
known for that. Do you feel like that takes away now versus like how you can say like 90s music, just the 90s era, from just the different black producers, black film directors, just the music in general versus what we have now? Do you feel like that plays a part also into why black people don't really see black love like that anymore? Because before, you had Living Single, you had Love Jones, you had Poetic Justice, you had all of these films that really still kind of, in a sense,
And they
kept
did Living
everything
Single so
together.
bad.
Like,
Right.
but it's like now they don't even produce. You have one-off movies that
Right.
might get produced, like The Photograph with Issa Rae, and but
Yes.
it's like it's not out there no more. So do you feel like that's why sometimes too, just our own community don't know how to really love each other?
I mean, the devil's job was to make you love hate.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And the more time we get to the end of time, it's gonna get worse. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta keep showing the love. You know what I'm saying? And everything. You know, and we just in the time of it where it's real bad right now. You know, with look at all the stuff that's going on with the killing. It's glorified. You know what I'm saying? It's glorified. I'm not saying nothing about either side, but it's glorified. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, look at this, and they show it on Instagram, and you know, and I just think that it needs to be more love, but it's in the time where the devil is at work. You know what I'm saying? And you know, bad news travel fast.
Right.
I do agree with you with the glorification of death and stuff like that. Like if you look at King Von's murder, one of the people that was helping him out instead of helping him just move him or what have you,
Yeah.
even though they wasn't supposed to move him because he had bullets in him, like he's Instagramming the whole thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that right there takes a turn of all the music that we are constantly listening to that's being drilled into the psyche.
Yeah.
And because music does play a big part in
Yeah.
any community.
Very controlling.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the question where you have? So it's so much going on. We got the different protests just because of the different police brutality and just racism in general, which is amongst the black community. What's different for the reason why black people can protest for that, but you can't protest the neighborhood killings or like the black on black crime, or even like you talking about right now with,
King Von.
really don't know who that is, but yes, him. Like, what's the difference? Like, why is it that we can come together publicly to outcry that, but then you can't look at the logic of it, that this is our own people that's doing this to our own people, and like you saying, glorifying it just because it's what's popping in the streets, but you can't have that same energy. And then for times when I say this, at this point, I'm being called now almost like an Uncle Tom because it's like
it's been designed for us to be that way. You know, and it goes all the way back from being
Slave.
exactly. You know, they're gonna turn us against each other, but when you do it, it's okay when you do it to each other.
Right.
You know, but if the white man does it to us, oh, that's wrong. And that's the way they want to see. They design it for us to believe that it's okay for us to do this to us. And that's why it's glorified. And that's why I was like, well, okay, no, nobody cares. You know,
Right.
just another one. But we have to. It's conducive for us to look at each other as if you're my sister. You're my brother. We have to take care of one another, but we don't do that. We can't stick together, and it all goes back to
My mindset.
our mindset. Exactly.
And that's been put into us. That's why I was saying, like, if our kids go back to showing love and love and love, you know, it's been going back 400 years. You know how long it take to reverse something like that?
yeah,
Right. Because even look at what you just said, Uncle Tom. Like, Uncle Tom isn't what we put it to context of what it is.
Right.
There's a book called Uncle Tom's Cabin where Uncle Tom was actually the person that was helping out slaves.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
now we done got it so changed around that we
Right.
don't know what we call it. So you really calling me something good.
right, in a sense,
It's
right,
still, to me,
Yeah.
it's still the systemic racism
right.
against ourselves.
Right. Exactly.
I think too the respect I have from meeting you guys tonight and just hearing the different businesses that you've gone in together. But what sticks out to me is about buying the land, because a lot of our community feels like reparations is owed to us and they're supposed to hand us our 40 acres and a mule. My thing is, if you can put yourself into a better position to buy up the land and then do something positive with it, you can't complain about what's in your neighborhood and what's not being done. But if you're not going to take the time out to honestly put yourself in that, you just want to sit back, and then you have some people that's talking about, oh, okay, I'm not going to vote. I get being woke and all of that, but at the same time, if you're not going to vote the people who actually care, like that's us,
Right.
and say I'm running for Senate, say I'm running for some type of mayoral office.
Right.
You don't want to vote for me at this point because I'm one of the homies and you don't take me serious, but you're not going to push it for me. But then here it is, somebody that don't really care about you.
Right.
Or at this point, you're going to not vote, but then complain about your neighborhood being in the same setting that it's in, or you feel like you can voice it out. You being verbally voicing it out and actually doing something about it is two different things. And I
Right.
feel like even right now with the times that we're living in, I still feel like we haven't waken up all the way because
Right.
we still
I have
waiting
to
for
say-
a
I have to
handout.
tell you something.
Right.
Two things. I've never been a flashy cat. You know, I done had nice washes, nice shoes. Mercedes Benz, I had two of them. Cadillac Escalades, nice car standing. Ain't nothing like going and purchasing no land.
Come on.
Because they can't kick you out.
Hey,
Right. That's
This
true.
my this all.
when I go, when I go, and there ain't no house on it. It's land.
It's land, no. But it's
Right.
your
It's
land.
land.
It's,
You
exactly.
can farm
bunch
and
of
pitch
it.
a tent on it.
So
Gun ranges.
yeah. So the thing about it is, you know, you can go buy the big chain. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but what you done spent on the chain,
Come on, you
I-
can invest
I
that
would've got
somewhere else.
land, acres,
I'm saying, I'm saying,
That's
my
why I
husband,
40 mules.
my husband bought me a Birkin. He
Yeah.
bought me a Birkin.
But see, I feel
But
like
it's-
that's understandable. It's
that-
the
it's the
that
land.
property.
yeah.
That's why I
It's that
respect.
property.
I don't listen to Trippie Redd, but I do respect the fact that he listened to Kanye
Yeah.
and spent $600,000 on land and got acres
Yes.
instead of going out and buying chains and
Come watch
houses.
this.
I mean, because
Cause let
time
me
is
tell y'all
free.
something.
Why pay for
Let me tell y'all something.
Exactly.
a thing? Yeah.
Do y'all know how much 40 acres cost?
40 acres.
Google it.
I'm sure because I've seen an acre or
and a
two.
mule. And you gonna give me a mule? And you gonna give me a mule? If y'all ever get the chance, and Google it for different places, because 40 acres in Houston is gonna be a different price
Let
from
me
the 40
tell you.
acres in the country.
Right.
And my
And if
I
you
read
40 acres?
my dad, so the land in Mississippi is dirt ass cheap.
Yeah.
And it ain't nothing but abandoned land,
Yeah.
like houses that they ain't gonna do nothing else
Right.
with. And my oldest brother is slowly building different things up and
Yeah.
doing it. It's out there, but you gotta want to get out of that.
Mine.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna finish what I'm gonna tell you too. To that, you know, not want to get out there. We were scared to start her business because we know how people, you know, everybody that's see you ain't for you. Everybody that smile at you ain't down for you. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
we was a
just
scared.
smile in your face.
Yeah.
Come on.
And we were like, well, we not gonna, because it could be your best friends or whoever it is, they won't even support you. It'd be the strangers who support you. So big game. Now we was going to not even tell nobody it was us because we didn't want nobody hating. But we was just like, you know, fuck it, we finna just go on out here and just put it out there in their face, regardless if they support us or not. And that was with her company. We just went on out there and did it. But it's a shame that we have to sit and think about, should we tell people it's us or should we just have us anonymous? 'Cause we feel like, really, like people will support somebody that they don't know.
No, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And it go both ways. The same reason we feel like somebody that don't know us that support them that's who support us.
It's always the same case. I just
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
when I came breaking out into this whole radio industry, hosting different gigs, just trying to be out there, it's funny how you could have a same service and you'll be wanting to do it because at this point you be for the people.
Right.
But then because they don't want you to either grow off of them or now make your name bigger than them, they will pay somebody else more at this point.
Right.
Versus then go through you. And at this point, y'all all can eat together.
Right.
That's where I say that whole slavery mentality is so battered into people, and we never realize how battered it is until you have roundtable talks
Yeah.
like this.
Right.
That's like when I first got into real estate. The reason why it took me so long to get acclimated because I wanted to not only educate our people but help our people. But trying to help our people consistently put me on the back burner because I'm trying to ask you the proper questions. You're not answering them, or you're gonna give me the correct answer at the end of it where you feel like you're about to get approved, but you're really about to get denied because you wasn't forthcoming.
Right.
I could have put the resources together to actually help boost your credit so you can actually outright buy what you're trying to buy or rent what you're trying to rent. But also to further educate, like people always saying, that's going back on the 40 acres and a mule, like people don't understand when that contract was signed, slaves weren't supposed to read and they
Right.
can't
Right.
read.
And it was
So-
a lot of stuff that wasn't in there.
Right. So the way that they read was by pictures. You know what I'm saying? So a 40 acre and a mule picture was put there in place so you can understand that you were supposed to get this 40 acres and a mule, but it was never actually written out. So when black people's like, yeah, we need this 40 acres and a mule or reparation, you need to go back and see what that actually represented.
Right.
Go ahead, Mr. TSU.
Come on, because we are
Okay.
we educated around
Hey,
here.
because 40 acres,
Yeah.
that's a lot of land.
It is.
Oh yeah.
40 acres
Yes.
is a lot of land.
It is.
Okay, an acre is 46,000 46,700 something square feet.
So,
So
yeah.
times 40.
Right.
A football field is 67
Somewhere in there.
square, 67,000 square feet. So 20,000 less than the football field times 40.
And we talking about free land.
You guys doing houses
What you
on there?
mean?
Is that what you guys
He
said?
said 10 homes
Yeah, 10
and
little tiny homes you can day run
Container
about.
home.
Dig.
Yes.
That's what Rich Dad said. They said
hey,
Rich
I
Dad
might
don't
have to
money,
let
they
y'all
don't
meet
live.
my brother. He actually had a project that they did he does many containers, him and his wife.
Oh, really?
Hey, see, we all got plugs. We
We
need
all-
to just plug in, tap in.
That's how you keep it going, flowing right here.
And with that being said, man, this will be to conclude our evening on the late night hype. You know what I'm saying? With myself, Phillip Banks, Empress Black, the unruly one, me from the Cows. We got A Mills in her collection. You know what I'm saying? The wifey of DJ High C in the building. You
Go
feel
ahead,
me?
let them know where they can find you on social media.
Please.
I can be found on social media at ANWheel18 or at Amil Collections or at Photo Booth to go.
She said, look, catch it all.
Yes.
You can follow me on my Instagram. It's GoDJHighCEO. Or give us a call on our 1-800 number 1-866-524-3040. Give us a call. I'm going to say that number again. 1-866-524-3040. Anything you want, we can take care of it for you. You know what I'm saying? So
Also, please plug in y'all YouTube channel,
it's the Cool AC Show.
the Cool Ace.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Cool AC Show. We just Instagram is. YouTube is pretty hard to build. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
Hey, well, we finna help it today because I hope everybody who tuned in at this point, if you're not for sure what Black Love look like, first you haven't been exposed.
Wow.
This is where we at right now.
Hallelujah.
we got our whole wedding episode on there.
Ooh,
And,
I need to
like
check
from
that.
A to Z.
Hold on, I'm about to subscribe right now.
the
Wait a
Cool
minute.
AC
Come
Show.
on.
Yeah.
Come on, subscribe to the Cool AC Show.
Yeah, man.
Cool AC show. Yep, the Cool AC show. Right.
Have y'all made an Instagram page for it?
We haven't made Instagram page for the Cool AC Show, no.
Yeah,
I'm
they
so
got
here
1
for
point-
it. I'm gonna be all up under the comments now.
1.15K, and I just added my extra
Yeah,
one to the
I appreciate
subscription.
that. Yeah. And we worked hard to get that thousand. Boy.
You feel me? Trying to
It
get
ain't
that
easy. It
monetized.
ain't
Yes,
easy.
okay.
Yes, sir. It ain't easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with
Hey,
that
man, we
being,
really appreciate y'all, man,
Thank
for
you guys
having
for
us,
having
man.
us.
You know,
We enjoyed it.
y'all welcome back anytime, especially since you're going to start taking off Tuesday nights.
yeah.
Come through, you know.
Definitely, you guys come back so you guys can let us know the business ventures and how it's going for sure.
Already, we
And
appreciate
definitely
that.
anything, send it to us. We'll repost it. We love supporting
pray.
black business.
Thank you.
Indeed, indeed.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Yes, y'all are a pleasure anytime.
Bro-